Bumblebee. This January, there has been 150 units sold all across the St. John Real Estate Board, which is down 12.8% from last January 2021. Right now, the real estate market is just like this. So let's stay tuned and figure out what all this means in this month's market update. But first, I just want to take a second and say I hope you're doing very well. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. I realize you could be watching anything else on YouTube and you're deciding to hang out with me, so I really appreciate that. My name is Brandon Vincent. I'm a real estate agent here in New Brunswick with eXp Realty. I've been actively selling real estate for over 3 years here in the city. My goal on this channel is to bring you relevant real estate information in an entertaining way. If you do like the sound of that, I'd be super appreciative if you hit the like button and subscribe. Follow along for the journey, but without further ado, let's get right into this video. Also, just so you know, I call this a February market update, but it's actually going over the past numbers for January. So each market update that I say for that month is going to be actually for the month prior, because if I said a January market update, who would want to click that in February? But this is all the most up-to-date data that we have, so...
There was no momentum lost moving from 2021 to 2022, as sales actively remains historically strong and well above almost every other January on record, said Corey Bro, the president of the St. John Real Estate Board. There's been an almost alarming decline in new listings coming onto the market to start the year, to the point where the ongoing demand is drawing down overall inventories at an increasing pace. We hope to see more supply return to the market over the next few months as we approach the spring, but it's going to take a significant number of new listings to ease the tightness even a little.
So, as I've mentioned in past videos, we are in what some people are describing to be an inventory crisis with our real estate market, meaning that there's just not enough homes on the market to keep up with the demand of people that want to buy them. And I'm seeing it firsthand here. Every single property that's listed at the right price, and that's key, listed at the right price, is going into multiples and selling, normally getting multiple offers within about a week. And I mean, you know, of course, there's different circumstances, higher price ranges and everything. You know, this is for more so, I find, for the average price range. So like I said in the start of this video, this past January, we've seen 150 homes sold, which was actually a decrease from the previous January, but it's still the second most homes sold of any January. But, and I've said this before, if you've been watching, that the price of the houses that have sold are increasing. So the average price of homes sold in January 2022 was $262,513, a substantial increase of 31.9% from the January past. The dollar value of home sales in January 2022 was $39.4 million, increasing by 15.1% from the same month prior. This just in. The average price of homes sold in January 2022 was $262,513, a substantial increase of 31.9% from January of last year. So, like I've mentioned in past videos, what we're seeing is actually less inventory being sold, but the price of the units being sold increasing. And that's because we're having a supply and demand issue. There is a bottleneck right now of not enough inventory on the market and a over demand. I wouldn't even say an over demand. It's a demand of buyers that can't keep up to the inventory. There's not enough people that are looking to sell their homes. So if we look at the chart for residential new listings for the months of January only, dating back to 2013, you can see a substantial decrease in inventory levels for January. Coming from after 2018, there was a significant drop from about 300 units down to about 220 in 2019, and it creeped even further in 2021, hitting under 200, and then going down to about 150 in 2022, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, that's under half of the inventory that we had in the years from 2018 and prior. So here's another really good chart to look at. This is the residential average home price for St. John, and I'm going to show you another chart, actually, which is the house price index. That's going to help you understand this a little bit more, and that correlates directly to this chart. But here you can see that for about 7 years, that the house prices have kind of just been consolidating from 2013 all the way to, I'd say, about July 2020. They really fluctuated kind of up and down, and then I think part of the reason for this is sales months, right? So normally there's less sales in the winter months around here than there is in the summer. People are more likely to sell their home in the summer. It's a lot easier to sell a home in the summer and move. I find in the winter, the only people that are really moving are the people that almost have to move or really, really want to. You know, in the summer, it's kind of more of a timing thing for people. They'll try to time it if they are selling their home in the summer. Homes show better in the summer too. Lots of different factors that go into that. But yeah, if you look at this, I mean, you can see a substantial increase in the average home price right around April of 2021. And we all know kind of what was going on there. The whole world went into shock, and things got really shaken up. And I mean, this chart just, you know, reflects that. So you can really see that the home prices spiked up, and I'm going to show you another chart here right now. But this is another great chart here, and this is the house price index. And this is of the of pretty well collectively like all the residential units in St. John. It kind of shows you the trend of where the house price index was going. And you can see from about 2009, actually, you know what? Let's just do January 2010. You can see that from 2010 all the way to January 2020, that the house price index really was just consolidating. I mean, it was going, you know, it went up and then down and up and down. And like I said, this is a lot more to do with months of kind of summer sales versus winter sales than anything, in my opinion. So the housing market here in St. John has really just been consolidating for about a decade. And that's why a lot of people refer to what we're seeing here in New Brunswick as more of a correction than really anything else. And I mean, just by looking at this chart here, you know, we've been consolidating for about a decade, and then everything shot way up in January, or actually I'd say about, again, April 2020, and shot way up almost double where it was, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And you know, this could correct a little bit, but at the end of the day, you know, we've hit an all-time high on this chart, and I just think that this is a great one to kind of look at so that people can realize where the market's at. You do start to see it curve down a little bit here at the very end. I wouldn't be majorly concerned about that, because this is more to do with the time of year than anything else. I think so far the housing predictions, like I've said in some past videos, which I'll actually link right here, I would go check that out if you're interested, because so far it's been accurate. We're going to be seeing less homes sold, but the value of the homes sold increasing, and that's expected to carry on throughout all of this year. And a big part of it is due to a supply and demand issue. So I hope that's been of some value. Listen, I'm not Nostradamus. I can't predict, I'm not even sure if I said that right. I can't predict the market. All I'm doing is trying to pass on information that I have at my fingertips and try to bring it to you in a entertaining way so that you can digest this and then make your own opinions on what you think is going to happen in the market as well. For me, I think we're pretty safe, because I'm going to keep saying it, but we are the cheapest spot in the country to purchase real estate. And at the end of the day, everybody's going to need places to live. And when you're the cheapest place, it actually makes it very enticing. And I've made videos talking about the working from home, how I believe that that's changing the market up. There's a lot of factors going in. At the end of the day, I make this video for you and I hope it's been of some value. If you do like it, I'm gonna ask you again, hit the like, subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've had a lot of people reach out to me from these videos, which actually really motivates me to keep making them. I know that they are bringing value and they are hitting the audience the way that I want to. So thank you so much for that. I hope everybody and you have a absolutely amazing day. What does this mean? The real estate market right now is just like this. That was way less dramatic than I thought it was going to be, but let's stay tuned to figure out what all this means.